What's good, y'all? Today we covering Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach. Really more so on Gervonta Davis' side. The next steps for that incoming rematch, which there are some things getting in the way of that, which we will get into further in the video. Talk about the next moves for Davis, retirement, what he needs to do. He just had an amazing match with Lamont Roach. It was a chess play. I didn't see the decision happening the way it did, but Tank came in the fight usually how he typically did. Very casual, reading his opponent. Seemed like he couldn't fully read his opponent. His opponent wasn't, he wasn't getting aggressive. He was throwing some punches, but he was more so staying his distance, using his length, and Tank wasn't used to that. Tank's used to fighters. So, Lamont Roach came out there to for a chess match. He came out there on some Shakur, like an aggressive Shakur more so. He wasn't running. Lamont Roach was just more so rolling with the punches. You could tell the confidence on Lamont Roach. Like they felt like they knew they was in there living. You in there living. But I ain't gonna lie, the way he pulled it off was so great. Tank took that knee, and that's when I think the fight kind of took a turn. More so, Tank never really just felt. He never really got in a groove because as soon as he took that knee, he was cooking. Like he started cooking. In that round, I was seeing like he was getting aggressive, but you knew during 10, 11, 12, during those rounds, like he needed to pull something off, and it just didn't happen. I'm going to just be honest with you. We seen he was doing something, but it just wasn't enough. And I thought Tank, had the little edge in the fight, and the decision came out exactly how I think it should. Tank had a little, but it was a draw, man. That was a draw at its finest, man, between two great and fashionable boxers. Now, a rematch, is that going to happen? Roach is outpricing himself. You got to understand the man that just tied with Gervonta Tank Davis, pound for pound, one of the best fighters in the world. I would have said he's best at 135. Yeah, he got to face Loma, Shakur, whatever, but you could say he was arguably the best. He would have been the favorite. Tank would have been the favorite going into any of those fights because the Tank's just like that. But now Lamont Roach has tied with the man who has beat Mario Barrios, Ryan Garcia. So people walking around saying Lamont Roach better than Ryan Garcia. People who don't know how boxing work. But at the end of the day, your draft is high. So Lamont Roach is getting flooded right now with offers from Shakur could offer him. Keyshawn Davis could offer him. They could be flooding him with big money for this fight. Because you got to understand, you just tied with Tank. And guess what? Lamont Roach, Gervonta Tank, they was friends, right? So they've been friends for a while. They built up a relationship. They said, you know what, you've been doing what you need to do. I've been doing what I need to do, and this could be a big fight. So they came together and said, let's make a super fight happen. And two friends went and fought it out. Now, Lamont Roach being a snake in that situation, what he decided to do was go ahead and go to the athletic commission, and he tried to get the decision overturned so he would have won and he would have took the belt. By you being real snaky like that, why would Tank even do a rematch with you? Why would he want to do business with someone who just went and snaked him? So you're sort of losing your leverage. But then again, if you look in Tank's position, Tank, you need this fight. You need this fight. You do. Because if you win this fight, there's nothing. There's nothing they can say about you. There's nothing they can say about a win. That's why the Floyd Mayweather effect is so powerful. There's nothing you could say about a win. A win is a win. I've never been beat. I faced this many world champions. I never beat, never draw, nothing. But Tank has a draw on his record now. Not a loss, a draw. A draw still means something. It still means that what if, right? You need to take that what if out of our minds. You need to beat Lamont Roach in convincing fashion. You beat that man in convincing fashion, you KO him, you solidify yourself. You will never fight that man again. That man's in your dust. That man will never live up to you. So now it's your time to go out there and just go ahead and do what you got to do with Lamont. Go do what you got to do. Man, knock him out, man. Go in there and be aggressive, man. Man, quit with your... I get you trying to read opponents, man, but, man, give it your all and just go crazy, man. Just go crazy. Switch up the game plan on that one because he know what you're trying to do. Switch it up. So, as far as retirement, Tank has already proved himself. He's already made the money he need to make. Tank don't need to do nothing else. Tank good. But at the end of the day, if Tank want to solidify himself as one of the best boxers in history, and you do want to do all that, okay, Lamont Roach. Loma's next. He's getting old. Get Loma. Shakur. Take him out. Get back to Ryan. Whoop him. You don't have to. You already knocked him out. And I'm going to be honest with you. Tank in a Ryan fight is dumb. I'd rather go get a tune-up fight. But yeah, you go face Lamont, Loma, Shakur. Keyshawn might be good enough at that. You face Keyshawn. And then Haney. Face Haney. Those are the guys you need to meet. It's Shakur, Haney that you need to beat for real. And Loma. You beat those three, you're good, man. Knock out Lamont. And you need some tune-up fights. I don't want to see... Man, I'm tired of... Man, come on. Get some tune-up fights. Like how you did with Hector Garcia before you face Ryan. This is what you need. Get you a fight a few months beforehand. Undefeated fighter. You know, he's still a good fight. But go pick you up some fights. Go get you some little tune-up fights before those fights, and man, you'll be good. You retire at 40-0 if you get some tune-up fights and you got 5-6 more fights in you. Man, you do one fight, it's tough because if you look at it, Tank not even fighting one fight a year. Like, it's been a while since you really caught this man active. So, but man, Tank know what he got to do. If Tank retire now, he's still one of the greatest boxers. He's still my favorite boxer. I ain't gonna lie. You retire now, you still one of my favorite boxers. If you look at the rankings, Tank's still number one. Ooh, Keyshawn has jumped up.